Well, an attorney suing BrightPath Daycare in Avon says there could be more young victims out there.
Yeah, the attorney is from the Freeman law firm, and he says his firm has heard from about 100 families and believes the full scope of the alleged abuse is still not known. A former worker has already been charged with assaulting 5 children there.
Now, there are now 4 lawsuits filed against the daycare, and more are expected. The lawsuit claims BrightPath missed warning signs and failed to protect children. The attorney says he also has heard from multiple workers who tried to come forward with their concerns about abuse but were ignored. The attorney says the lawsuits are about preventing similar crimes from happening in the future.
But what people need to understand is that these things can happen anywhere to anyone at any time. It doesn't discriminate.
The suspect remains in jail. The daycare facility where the abuse happened is now closed. BrightPath still operates more than 100 child care centers across the U.S. More than 20 of them are here in Connecticut. BrightPath says it's working with law enforcement and conducting its own investigation.